minutes. We're going to move to transportation. Mr. Altmire, why don't you get us going on transportation?
Our colleague, Mr. Tonko, earlier was talking about the Erie Canal and the foresight and the commitment that went in and just the unbelievable feat that it took to accomplish that. And I was thinking, as the gentleman was speaking, about today and the debate that we're having in this country about transportation and infrastructure. And we are going to debate tomorrow and vote probably Thursday in this House on a very underfunded transportation bill that does not contain the same foresight that the gentleman was discussing occurred in New York. And I think about the debate that must have occurred in New York when the Erie Canal was proposed, and the cost and the expense and the manpower and just the time commitment that was necessary. It's a seemingly impossible task. You think about the Intercontinental Railroad in the 1800s, and what must the country's debate, the political debate, have been at that time? What must have been the debate in the 1940s and 50s when President Eisenhower finally got off the ground, the interstate highway system, and began connecting our roads in a way that we had never done before. And that's what we're facing right now. We have a system of transportation in this country to move goods from point A to point B, manufacturing, make it in America, what we were talking about. Well, if you make it in America, you have to have a way to move goods across the country. And we can do that in all kinds of ways. We can do that on our waterways, through shipping, cargo ships. We have barges in my neck of the woods in Pittsburgh. I have a system of locks and dams in the district I represent, 6 different locks and dams that average 85 years old. They were built to last 50. 2 of them have been rated by the Army Corps of Engineers as in imminent threat of failure. That is a crisis of infrastructure, and that's happening in similar ways all across the country. You look at our aviation system. If you want to move goods by air, we have an air traffic control system in this country that is still based in technology from the 1950s. And this next-gen technology that is possible through satellite technology, it is expensive, but it's long overdue, and it's a commitment we need to make in this country, as they've made in other countries. Our competitors don't have the same bottlenecks that we do at their airport because they have more modern air traffic technology. And then you get to our rail system. We all understand the bottlenecks outside of Chicago and other places in this country, our lack of modern investment in our rail system. But what we're going to be talking about this week in the House is our roads and bridges. And a highway system. I spoke earlier about the President Eisenhower's vision with the interstate highway system and the way that this bill lacks that same vision because it underfunds that investment, and it doesn't require or doesn't even incentivize products to be made in America. And there are literally trillions of dollars of need in our transportation infrastructure. Certainly we don't have the ability to afford it all. But I can't think of a better way to put American workers back to work, to put American jobs back in play in the manufacturing sector, to have a resurgence, a regeneration of our manufacturing sector than through our transportation infrastructure. And I'm very disappointed at the lost opportunity that the bill we're debating presents, because there are so many American workers can win, American manufacturers can win, and most importantly, America could win. And we're missing that opportunity. But through the discussion that we're having today, maybe we can move this country in a different direction.
Well, thank you, Mr. Altmire, for getting us started. And I've got to compliment you on the really neat segue that